Welcome back, class 7, to the online bio classes. Today we are going to start a new chapter, as you can see, plant life. In this chapter we have to study about the different process carried out by the plants, and we have to study about photosynthesis. You know, photosynthesis is the process by which all the green plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water to prepare their food in the daytime, and that process is called photosynthesis. And all the animals depend on plants to get their food. And then we will study about autotrophic, heterotrophic nutrition, what is the significance or importance of photosynthesis, the structure of chloroplast in which photosynthesis is done, what are the different types of respiration, what is respiration? Respiration is the process of breaking down of complex organic food, that is carbohydrates, to produce energy. During the process of respiration, energy is produced by the oxidation of glucose, and this energy can take place either in the presence of oxygen, that is called aerobic respiration, or it can also be done in the absence of oxygen, which is called anaerobic respiration. So let's start the chapter with nutrition. What is nutrition? The process of obtaining or getting nutrients for growth and development to carry out all the different life activities is called nutrition. Means the food we eat, it helps us in our growth and development, as well as it will provide us energy, and that energy is needed to carry out all the life activities. This process of obtaining the process of providing or obtaining food, process of providing or obtaining food, the process of providing or obtaining food by an organism for growth and development, and to carry out the vital activities is called nutrition. The process of providing or obtaining food by an organism for growth and development and to carry out all vital functions is called nutrition. And the mode of nutrition may be different in different kinds of organisms, like depending on the food which they take. Animals cannot make their own food, so they have to depend on plants for their food. Such a mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. All the green plants which can make their own food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, they are said to be producers or autotrophic, because auto means self, trophic means food. So those organisms which can themselves make their own food are called autotrophic, and this mode of nutrition is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Similarly, all the living organisms, that is the animals, that cannot prepare their own food and they will depend on the plants directly or indirectly for their food, are called heterotrophs, and this mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. So what is autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, trophic means food. So organisms which can, a type of nutrition in which organisms can make their own food. Type of nutrition. First we studied what is nutrition, then we are studying about the types of nutrition. So type of nutrition in which organisms can prepare their own food. And who can prepare their own food? It is the green plants and some bacteria can prepare their own food, are called autotrophic nutrition. Okay. Now next, some organisms are called autotrophs. The meaning of the word also I said. Auto means self and trophic means food. So auto means self and trophic means food. So those organisms which can make their food themselves are called autotrophic nutrition. They are also called producers. Like all the green plants are producers. Why? Because they are the one which make food in the ecosystem. So that's why they are called producers. So all the green plants and some algae. All green plants and some algae, not all, some algae which can make their own food belongs to, and some bacteria also. Even the bacteria are there, some of them which has chlorophyll can make their own food. They are called autotrophic. Algae are also green plants only. Okay, they come under Thallophyta. Now next is plants make their food by a process called photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants can make their own food. So we will study what photosynthesis now. Okay, what are the raw materials needed for carrying out photosynthesis? In order to make the food, plants need certain raw materials which are carbohydrates, which are carbon dioxide, water, and they need chlorophyll. So what is photosynthesis? The process by which green plants make their own food. Process by which green plants make their own food. Is called photosynthesis. Now I will just write an equation. In your book also that equation is given. Carbon dioxide, it is written in word. This is called word equation. So carbon dioxide in higher classes you will get it in this way, CO2. This is the formula of carbon dioxide, plus water. Water formula is H2O. When carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, which is present in all the green parts of the plant, it gives rise to glucose. Glucose formula is C6H12O6 plus water. Again the formula of water is H2O, plus it also produces oxygen. That formula is O2. So this is the equation of photosynthesis. What is it called? Chemical equation of photosynthesis. First I have written the word equation, that is in words I have written. Just below that I have written the chemical formula also. Okay? Like what is the molecular formula of glucose? C6H12O6. What is the molecular formula of water? H2O. Alright? Now next, what are the basic materials or requirements of photosynthesis? These two are the materials required for photosynthesis. They are called the raw materials. Even this is also required. These are also requirements only. Okay? So what are the basic materials required for photosynthesis and how the plants obtain it? Materials required for photosynthesis. Number one, carbon dioxide. Okay? Now, you know that carbon dioxide is the name of one of the gas present in the atmosphere. And its concentration means the amount of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere is only 0.03%. Less than 1% is there. And how do plants take this carbon dioxide? Plants take this carbon dioxide through tiny pores which are present on the surface of their leaves and green stems. That is called stomata. Okay? So stomata is a tiny pore which is guarded by two bean-shaped or kidney-shaped guard cells. In the daytime, when the guard cells are turgid, turgid means swollen, stomata will open, and when stomata will be open, CO2 gas will enter from atmospheric carbon dioxide gas will diffuse into the leaf cells, and from there it will reach to each and every leaf cells where photosynthesis is carried out. Now next one is, it is one of the raw material required, and it is this carbon dioxide which is changed or reduced to glucose. During the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is reduced to glucose. Okay, and the gas carbon dioxide is present is taken by the plants through the tiny pores which are called stomata. Now the second raw material which is required by the plants to make their food is water. You can see there, water is the second raw material. Plants need less than 1%. Less than 1% of the water which they absorb. You know that plants have the root system. So through the roots, the plants absorb water present in the soil through their roots, and that water enters into the root xylem. From the root xylem, it is conducted upward to the stem xylem. From there, the water enters into the leaf xylem, and the leaf has a network of veins. So veins will distribute that water to each and every leaf cells, and inside the leaf cells, the water molecules will reach everywhere, and it will combine with carbon dioxide gas which comes from the atmosphere. And in the daytime, during the presence of sunlight, and all the green parts are already there in the leaf, that is chlorophyll is also there, which is a pigment, the plants will carry out the process of photosynthesis. So what is the function of water? Number one, water, less than 1% of the water which the plants absorb from the soil is used in photosynthesis. And this water also serves as a solvent. Solvent means inside this water, all the materials which are to be transported in the plants from one place to the other, they will dissolve. Like the glucose which is produced during photosynthesis will dissolve in water, and then it will be transported from the leaves to all parts of the plant. Similarly, the minerals which are absorbed from the soil, it dissolves in water, and along with that water the mineral is also transported. Okay. Now next is, we have the sunlight, the third condition, or the raw materials required for photosynthesis. Already mentioned here, sunlight. Sunlight is available in the daytime only, not at night. So when the sunlight falls on the leaves, the chlorophyll, which is a green pigment, it is the name of a pigment or a color, which is found in a plastid called chloroplast. Chloroplast. So this chloroplast, the function is, it will trap the sunlight and it will provide energy. That is, the solar energy will be converted into chemical energy of the food, that is glucose, to carry out the process of photosynthesis. So sunlight is the source of energy. The light energy of the sun is trapped by chlorophyll, and it is used to convert the raw materials, that is, it is used to change the carbon dioxide and water into glucose. That is the function. It will provide energy to carry out these changes or this reaction. And now next one is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, I said, it is the name of a pigment or a color which is found in a plastid called chloroplast. What are plastids? Plastids are the cell organelles found only in plant cell, not in animal cell. Three different types of plastids are there. The green colored plastid is called chloroplast. The plastid which gives color to flowers and fruits, that is called chromoplast. And the third type of plastid is leucoplast, which helps to store starch. Okay, so now next we will study chlorophyll is the green pigment found in the plant cells. Okay, it is found in the leaf cells, and the pigment gives color to all parts of the plant, to the leaves, to the young stems which are green in color. So next time if anyone asks you why leaves are green in color, the answer is leaves are green in color due to the presence of a pigment called chlorophyll. Okay. Now next one is, the main function of chlorophyll is to trap the sunlight, catching of sunlight or trapping of sunlight, so that it can be used during the process of photosynthesis. Now one experiment is there on page 71, activity, to study the stomata in the epidermal leaves. If we want to see the stomata in a leaf, we have to take certain materials like a balsam leaf, we have to fold it, tear it, and then we have to lower surface, from the lower surface we have to peel away the leaf, a thin layer of lower surface. Then we have to put this layer on a watch glass containing water. Watch glass is the name of a device in the lab, you can see. Then we have to cut the peel into smaller pieces with the help of a blade and put one of the piece on a clean glass slide and add 1 drop of glycerin. After 2-3 minutes, we have to use a brush to transfer the stained epidermal layer from the watch glass on the glass slide, and then we have to gently put a cover slip and observe under the microscope. Then we will find that this structure or the stomata will be seen. With the 2 guard cells, a opening called stomata will be seen. Many such stomata will be present on the lower surface of the leaf. Generally it is found that in the dicot leaves, the number of stomata is more on the lower surface as compared to the upper surface. So next we have to study is the chloroplast. Okay. Okay, next we have to do is chloroplast. I will draw the diagram of chloroplast. What is chloroplast? It is a oval shaped organelle. It is oval means round, shaped organelle. You know what is organelle? The tiny organs present in the cells are called organelle, found only in plant cells. It consists of a double membrane, as you can see. Chloroplast, it has 2 membranes. This is the outer membrane. Membrane means the covering which is present around it. Outer membrane. You have to draw this diagram as homework on page number 71, figure 4.1. Then inside it one more membrane is there. This is called the inner membrane. Okay. Then inside it we have the stroma. Stroma means the ground substance or the matrix is called stroma. What is it called? S-T-R-O-M-A, stroma. And it consists of many coin-like structures like this, coin-like structures placed one on top of the other. So one of them is called thylakoid. T-H-Y-L-A-K-O-I-D, thylakoids. So here I will draw all these granules like this, in which many thylakoids are arranged. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here also. Here also I will draw one more. Okay, and they are interconnected with each other with the help of stroma lamella or threads, it is called. This is the structure of chloroplast. In your books, they may show the 3D, so you can also draw it. 3D diagram is not so hard. Like this you can do. Then the 3-dimensional diagram will come. But no need of this one, mainly this part you need to draw. Okay? And you have to label the parts. Like what is this one called? This one from here to here it is called granum. G-R-A-N-U-M. One of them is called thylakoids, as I have shown. This only one is called thylakoid. And the one which connects them, this one, it is called, the name is given there. Chloroplasts are found in algae. It is also found in all the green cells of the plant, in the photosynthesizing cells of leaves and stems, and they have stroma lamella. This one, the name which is given in your book, stroma lamella, L-A-M-E-L-L-A. So that one only you write, stroma lamella. E is also given there, stroma lamella. Stroma, already I said, what is stroma? The ground substance is called stroma. So chloroplast has double membrane that surrounds, you can see 2 membranes are there, outer membrane, inner membrane. That surrounds the ground substance which is called stroma. Okay? Or matrix. And matrix consists of coin-like flat structures which are called thylakoids that are arranged in a stack or in a row to form a pillar-like structure called granum. And this granum is the site of light reaction of photosynthesis, whereas stroma is the site of dark reaction of photosynthesis. Means photosynthesis is completed in two steps: light reaction and dark reaction. Light reactions and dark reactions, both of them occurs in the daytime only. But this is light reaction is dependent on sunlight and dark reaction is independent of sunlight. Okay. So next, one more activity is given there in your book to prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. How to do that experiment? We have to take a variegated leaf, means a leaf in which the chlorophyll is not equally distributed. Like such a leaf is there. In this part there is no chlorophyll, external part. This part only green in color. Such a leaf is called variegated leaf. Example, coleus you can take. Okay, variegated leaves like coleus, C-O-L-E-U-S. What is coleus? Name of a plant in which the leaf is some part green is there, other parts, this external part, they are not. Like this part is only green. This outer part is only green in color. And this one has different color, you can see in your book. It is pink in color or reddish in color. Okay. So green part is present only towards the outside, this one. The one which is shaded, that is not green. The one which is not shaded, this part, external part, they are green. So if you want to test the leaf to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, first step for doing any experiments on photosynthesis is to de-starch the leaf. The meaning of de-starch is, you know that the leaves prepare food by photosynthesis, they make glucose and the glucose is stored in the form of starch. So before doing any experiment, we need to remove that starch from the leaf or from the plant by keeping it in dark for 2 to 3 days. Okay. Once the leaf has been de-starched, that is for 48 hours, bring out the plant in sunlight with such a leaf, that is coleus plant, and keep it for 5 to 6 hours in the sunlight. Why? So that these leaves will carry out photosynthesis. So the green part of the plant, which is green, this green portion, which I have done, this one contains chlorophyll, so they will make food, that is glucose will be synthesized and starch will be produced, means glucose is converted into starch. Now we have to pluck one of the leaf and test for starch with the help of iodine solution. We will find that this particular part, the one which contains starch, will turn blue-black, because when we use iodine solution with starch, the color changes to blue-black. And this remaining part where there is no starch and no photosynthesis, they will remain unaffected. That is, they will turn as it is, brown in color. So what is the observation? Only the green parts of the leaf turn blue-black. So this experiment suggests that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, because only the green part of the leaf was making food by photosynthesis, that is glucose, and that glucose was stored in the form of starch, and that starch, when reacted with iodine solution, turned blue-black. Remaining part of the leaf where there is no chlorophyll, which is not green in color, no changes of color is seen. Understood now? So now next, for photosynthesis to occur, the plants need water, plants need carbon dioxide, and plants need chlorophyll also. So chlorophyll is already there in all the green leaf cells, and they get energy from the sunlight, which starts the process of photosynthesis, in which carbon dioxide and water are combined together to form the glucose. This process releases oxygen into the atmosphere through the stomata, and that oxygen is the one which all animals take in order to breathe and carry out the process of respiration. So glucose, which is produced during photosynthesis, it is transported from the leaves to all parts of the plant through the phloem tissue. Phloem is a conducting tissue which helps to carry prepared food from the leaves to all parts of the plant. And from all parts of the plant to the leaves also it can come. That is, bidirectional movement occurs in phloem. In xylem it is uni or single direction movement of water and minerals. Okay, so plants store the excess glucose in different organs like in the leaves, roots, stems, and this glucose is stored in the form of starch. Okay, so one experiment is also given there. Next page, page 73, figure 4.2 to show the diagram of photosynthesis. You can read that figure, no need to draw it, and do the homework which I said. So in the next class we can continue with factors that affect photosynthesis. After watching the video, like and write the comments. Thank you.